Hey Fit Fam, let's talk about the dead bug. The dead bug for me is my new favorite warm-up exercise. It doesn't matter which muscle group I am working out, you will see me on the ground doing dead bugs. This is a great way to get the entire body warmed up, not just physically, but also that mind-muscle connection. I like it to connect the mind and the body, the breath with the motion. And it also helps my low back health and keeping that traction, that support through that spine. Okay. So roll on down on the ground with me. For the dead bug, you're going to come into a reverse tabletop position. That means our knees are over our hips and our ankles are in line with those knees. Okay. Now, from here, our arms are going to come up, and then we're going to work on taking the opposite arm, opposite leg as long as we can, as long as that low back doesn't lift off the ground. Okay. So if you start to feel the lift off the ground, it means one of two things, or maybe both things. And that is we need to make sure our core stays engaged to help keep that push into the ground, but we also might not be able to take our leg that low. If I'm extending out and I start to feel that low back lift, then go ahead, stop the range of motion in your leg, because the lower you go with that leg, the more core you need to control that. Okay. So opposite arm, opposite leg extends as long as you can. All right. And again, that might be here with that leg. And then you come back to the center and then you switch to that other side. Now, please note, I am going pretty slow here. And I really think that is one of the best ways to maximize this movement and really feel every part of that ab engage, feel that stretch happen in that shoulder when you take that arm back, and feel that shake in the core. Okay. Now, there are a couple ways we can mod up the dead bug. So, one way you could do it is taking a set of dumbbells. If you are still working on getting the dead bug in general, maybe don't add any of these extra fancy things. But for those of you that understand how to do the dead bug and you want to make it a little bit harder, I like to use these weights when I'm working on an upper body workout. So, I'll warm up my dead bug with a set of dumbbells here. Pick a lightweight, but work on having those arms up in that dead bug position. Let that arm go back as far as you can, and then pull that arm back in. Knee meets over that hip, and then you do the same on that other side. Okay. Now, one thing you can think about, which really helps me, is when that arm goes back. Yes, I love the stretch here. But what's also happening is when I'm pulling that arm up now with the weight, I'm getting more engagement through that lat. Another way you could do it is taking a plate. Okay. And this is a light plate. It doesn't have to be super heavy. If I'm doing a back day, this could be a really good way to start to get more activation through my lats while also connecting the mind and body and getting that core engagement. With the plate, you could come into that tabletop position. And now your arms are obviously moving together to take that plate back. And then you can alternate the legs still. Okay. So again, we're only going to take that leg out as far as we can where that low back won't come off the ground. And then I can take that weight back as far as I can, that I don't need to bend through my elbows, that I can pull through those lats. And what I like to think about when I'm pulling through those lats is just cracking a walnut as I'm pulling it through to work on that lat engagement. And then another option too would be to take a band, one of our booty bands, put it on our feet. Then we come into that tabletop position. And again, opposite arm, opposite leg moves. But now we're working on building more tension through the leg and control. If we go too fast, that band's going to snap back on us. But if we really focus on finding that control, my hip flexors are working, my glutes are working, my core is working, like whole body is working together as one. So that is my dead bug, my new favorite exercise. If you liked this video and you want to see more, just hit the like and subscribe button for more content like this.